It's a really good win for us. Real happy with our basketball team and the growth that we've had over the last, 3 or 4 weeks here, 2 or 3 weeks, where we're starting to come together and getting better each and every game. Couldn't be happier about that. A lot of players got to play a lot of minutes today, which is really good. As you saw in the fourth quarter there, we had 4 freshmen, I think, in the game. And that was very important minutes for them. Those, 6 or 7, 8 minutes, whatever it was. That's important minutes for their growth in our basketball team to help them get ready for January. And that's why they played so much. That's why I kept them in there, even though they had some struggles at times defensively. But it was important for them to get those minutes, and they finally clicked in and did really well. I couldn't be happier with where we're at right now as a team, and we're growing. We got a lot of room to continue to grow, and we'll continue to grow. But really happy to get this win. Glad to be 5-3, and couldn't be more thrilled right now.
Drika, just thoughts on your game tonight, kind of a bounce back after how the last game went for you. Kind of got some foul trouble, but tonight you're kind of clicking defensively, offensively.
Well, I just came out there to play. I wasn't thinking about anything to keep me to hold me back. So I just went to play.
Coach said last game that y'all's time in that gym, Terminal 23, felt like it kind of spurned this 4-game winning streak on. Did you feel a change? Like y'all came out of that game, did y'all feel like y'all were a team?
Yeah, because of Michaels, he's my pops, But yeah, we did feel like everything clicked in after practicing there.
From your perspective on the court, what is it that y'all are doing right now, during this kind of winning streak? What are you seeing on the court there?
Well, he always talk about enthusiasm and energy, and we bring it now. Like, you can actually see it.
And Coach, I know you were talking about, early in the season that this team defensively has to get better. What did you see out of this team today that you really were impressed with on the defensive end?
We're continuing to grow there. It all starts with our pickup, and picking the ball up, making the ball turn. And, we got a little out of sorts there for a minute or two where I didn't think we played particularly hard as we need to, and got to play on the scoreboard a little bit, and that's not the way we do things. But, it's just our energy and our enthusiasm. And we're very energetic, and we got a lot of enthusiasm. We're excited about playing. We're a good defensive team. We're too athletic not to be a good defensive team. And so I just see what she said. I see our enthusiasm being there. And it all starts with Erica Sisk. If Erica Sisk is locked in playing defense, our team is locked in playing defense. And it's a big burden you got to put on her because you got to have her do it every night. She can't have an off night. I have to have her every night because when she's locked in, we're locked in, and we're real good. I want to brag about Sandrika. She airballed her first 3 shots. A year ago, she wouldn't have shot it again, and I'd have been over there screaming and hollering. My face would have been red, and I'd have lost a little hair. But today, she airballed her first 3 or shot them over the rim. It didn't faze her. She just kept playing. That's her growing up as a player, and she's pretty good right now. But she's going to be special before it's all said and done.
Kind of piggybacking off defense, only 5 fouls for y'all in the first half, and kind of a clean sheet in that regard. And it looked like they were very disciplined.
How many times we foul?
Only 11 for the game.
That may be my career low as a coach. I teach to foul, I think. But that's, playing without using your athleticism defensively and pressuring the ball without touching is something we work on every single day. And so we're starting to get that concept. You don't have to touch. You don't have to grab. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to block shots. Who cares? The block shot, everybody wants to put it on Sports Center and say, oh, he blocked this shot. Who cares? You don't get 2 points for it. Build a wall, make somebody score over you. And we've stopped trying to block shots. We've stopped trying to reach and grab. We've just used our athleticism and keep the ball in front of you. And if they get by you, just stand straight up. We're 6'2", 6'3" in there. Make them score over you. And if you want to jump straight up. Sandrika does a good job of jumping straight up in the air with her hands up. It's not a foul. And so we work on that, and you're starting to see it. We got a ways to go. We're not close to being where we need to be. But January 1st, we'll be there. We'll be there. And we'll be watching the Sugar Bowl with a smile on our face. Is it the Sugar Bowl? Do that get announced? I make sure I didn't announce something that wasn't supposed to be announced. But we'll be watching the Sugar Bowl with a smile on our face in Oxford because we're going to be ready to start SEC play on January 3rd.
Also, Jonelle, 12 minutes, 7 points.
She's leading the nation in rebounds per minute, I think, at one point. But John L. is a work in progress. She's getting better. She has good days. She has bad days. John L. is kind of a player that's, depending on who you're playing, is a matchup type situation. If you're playing kind of four or five athletes out there that are all going to hang out around the perimeter, maybe not a great game for John L. Kind of what we ran into on Wednesday night. Playing a game today where they keep somebody in the low block, it's a real good game for John L. She came in off the bench and gave us a spurt there in the first half. She posts well. Couldn't be happier with John L. And a good person, man. I bragged on her being a good person tonight, John L. We got some really, I don't call them, they're not kids, they're good people. And we had some really good people in our program, player-wise. Our girls I couldn't ask for a better group. And John L. is one of those, and she works hard every day. And, she doesn't get discouraged when she doesn't play. She could have got discouraged on Wednesday, but she worked hard on Thursday. Not Thursday, but Friday. She worked hard on Saturday, and she was ready to go today when her number was called because I told her, I said, this is a game you're going to get to play, and she went in right away and played well. Real proud of her.
Anything else for Coach?
Yeah, outside of the Samson 28 points performance, the team had 20 assists on 32 made baskets.
Yeah.
Offensively, the ball movement, throughout the game.
They played a zone. They'd have played man, we may have scored 150 points, but they played zone. And that slowed us down a little bit. But one thing I told them when people go zone, that's when you have to slow. You can't get in a rush against a zone. You have to be patient. You have to move the ball. You got to get good shots. And that's why we end up scoring 80 points there because the 20 assists, because we got good shots. We moved the ball. We didn't rush things. We didn't attack areas where we shouldn't attack. We attacked when we needed to attack. We made the extra pass when we needed to make the extra pass. Those type things is what we did against that zone, and that was real pleasing, and that's something I'm real happy about. I'll have a lot of joy watching this when I get to my couch here tonight. Before I head recruiting again, on my days off, I go recruit future teammates for this one. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys.